got here? Forsthill Road. It's an awesome place to ride that I've never been riding. Been out here a couple of times with my buddy going shooting and stuff, but never actually been out here riding. But it is Forsthill is a good way to describe. It's foresty and hilly and twisty and turny. It's a cool place, and I believe it's right around this curve is the bridge that Vin Diesel went off of in Triple X in the Corvette or whatever. Yeah, it's this bridge right here. I will put up a picture or video of that scene. And it actually happened here where he parachuted out and landed or whatever. He went off that side, I believe. It's pretty badass to know that, but see, it's just a big wide open. And once I get way out there, there'll be pretty much nobody else. I'm gonna go shoot my gun a little bit too, and you guys will get to see that. Just wanted to show you guys on the best views ever that anybody could ever see ever. It's fucking amazing. Okay, now that I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I'm gonna give you pretty much, or at least a lot of what happened since I stopped making videos. So, took my bike apart. Pretty sure I made a video of that. That's one of my last videos, I think. Took the carbs off. My intentions were to clean it and jet it, and I did successfully do that in the sense that I got it all put together. But I guess not in a way that makes it run good, basically. So no, I mean I cleaned out the carbs. They were fine. They weren't really that dirty. But I had never been in them myself or had anybody clean them since I owned the bike. And who knows before that? So could have had 30,000 miles on these carbs without cleaning or whatever. But so I dropped the carbs, took them apart, put the new main jets in, trimmed the needles as per instructions from the Sigma 6 jet kit, which now I know is not a particularly good company. The guys at the shop were telling me a jet kit should normally come with new needles rather than just shimming the old needles, and that they had never heard of Sigma 6. And this is a bike racing shop, so I kind of trust their word, and it was the cheapest jet kit I could possibly find for this bike. So it came with a couple of different sizes of new main jets, and I put the next size up in, and the bike started and it ran okay, but I personally didn't really know. I know how to tune like a dirt bike carburetor because it's just a single cylinder. You just bring it up to the highest idle, and I don't know, I mean there's a little bit more variable than that, but it's definitely a lot easier in my opinion, at least in my unexperienced opinion, that 4 carburetors is way harder than 1. I couldn't even get the carburetor synchronized. I have a carburetor synchronizer that I bought for $70 fucking specifically for this, that I couldn't seem to get going right. Well, I'm sure the carburetor synchronizer works fine, but I just couldn't figure out how to actually successfully do it. So I think I tried to do pretty much too many things at once. Because I put a new K&N air filter, I took off the smog shit from my bike. Well, I did that before I took it down. I took off the smog stuff and it ran fine, like the EGR valve and stuff. But yeah, so I took that. I started taking it apart in June. got it running-ish probably about July. I don't think I made any videos of it running or any documentation, so I'm just gonna guess it was end of June, beginning of July that I got it running, and I only had it apart for probably less than a month. And then I had it back together, and it started right up. I put the mixture screws into about 2 turns out, which is what the stock setting is, I believe, or at least the baseline of where you should start out at after jetting it. I probably read it on the forums or something for my bike. So started up, I rode it around the block, still had a ton of hesitation, so I can say that I definitely didn't fix my problem, because that's pretty much originally why I wanted to jet it. Of course I'd like a little more power, but I was having a lot of hesitation at about 1/8 to 1/4 throttle because of the lean jetting from the factory to pass California smog and whatever. So it has straight from the factory. It has a little bit of hesitation, but it gets worse over time, I guess. Or maybe there's just the carbs were a little bit dirty, so maybe that was a contributing factor. But so I was mainly trying to get rid of that, and that didn't work. So just ended up letting it sit for about 2.5 months or 2 months or whatever until September, or maybe I don't know if I took it in the end of October or the end of September or the beginning of October. But I ended up taking it to a shop, so I just let it sit in that condition. I tried working on it a couple of different times with the carburetor synchronizer and riding around the block and just trying to tune it myself. It just wasn't working. And, I mean, I didn't put a lot of effort into it once I kind of gave up mentally. Kind of was like, well, I can't do this. I've done too much at once. I can't really go back, because I bench synced the carburetor, so I couldn't even put them back. Where I should have just left them the way they came off the bike. But whatever, she's all fixed now. She runs beautifully. It was a little bit rough at idle when I first got her back, and she was leaking some gas, but I took her back to the shop and they fixed that. Still idle's a little bit rough, and it's a little more cold-blooded. It's harder to start when it's cold, but she runs pretty smooth now, no hesitation. Haven't noticed any problems since, other than the leaking gas was a problem, but now I think everything is just fine with her. She runs beautifully, and that's why I'm trying to get up my riding endurance, because my buddy lives up in, let's figure out where I need to go. Sugar Pine Reservoir, I believe. I don't know, we'll find out. My buddy lives up in Reno, and he's got a bike that I was riding with before down here when he lived down here, but he moved up there for school, so I'm trying to get my riding endurance up, and I'm gonna ride up there after this winter. Right now I'm about halfway there, which is what I did today. Went from where I live in the East Bay area up to Forsthill, California, which is, well, Auburn is the biggest, I guess, or Grass Valley area. But right now I'm in Forsthill, California. I just got off Forsthill Road is when I turned onto the Sugar Pine. So if any of you have been out here, camped out here, shot out here, rode dirt bikes out here, it's just a big open area, basically. I don't know if there's hunting, but I know there's places to shoot. There's lots of places to shoot out here. And once you're like either 250 feet or 250 yards off the roadway or whatever, you can shoot. It doesn't matter. The rangers are all cool. They'll just wave and keep on driving. But I just brought one of my guns out here to shoot some hollow point ammo that I've been using, or that I've been wanting to try. But I don't want to pay $14 to go to the range to shoot 50 or 100 shots just to see if it's reliable enough to keep my gun to use as home protection. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I've been doing. But anyway, that's my update. Well, this may be a very bad idea, but I'm pretty sure this is where we go shooting at. Oh yeah, this is... hopefully doesn't end up too bad. Very slowly go up here. Very first time I shot a gun was here. It was a .357 handgun revolver. And I'm gonna put my bike right here. Oh yeah. That's good. Yeah, people are going to be a little bit surprised when they see a street bike out here. That's probably not the normal clientele for this area. At least not on this road. Probably on the twisties, yeah, of course. But out here, out this far, not so much. Yeah, I got to do a little bit of walking. Because obviously my bike can't do this. At least not with me in control of it. Maybe somebody who's good at riding street bikes on fucking rocks and shit. Or if I had some enduro tires. Like fucking... I always wanted to know how good... Like... Not really a KLR style bike, because that's more dirt oriented. But like... I think it's either Triumph or a Ducati. They made like a bike called the Tiger. I'll put a picture of it. And there's like a 30-minute video from Motor Trend or some company or something. It's pretty badass with them riding it through snow and desert and shit. I'll put a link to that in the description, because it really made me want to get one of those bikes and try it out on shit like this. Like, or at least a KLR 650 or whatever the fuck they are. Fuck. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit more of a walk than I probably wanted to do. Whatever. See you at the shooting range. So, my helmet will be my hearing and eye protection for the day. As you can tell by the amount of garbage and used targets, this is where plenty of people come to shoot shit and apparently dump shit. That's a little bit ridiculous. It's like an old lift kit or something. Okay, what should we shoot? Gun is not chambered, or round is not chambered yet. I guess we can go ahead and start by shooting this shit. Already. Not a jam, but failure to feed. It's cool. It's fine. It's whatever, man. Try to rechamber it like a man. There we go. Let's see if it actually chambered one. Yeah. Ran good. Gun's clear. Nice. I like that. This is all me right here. so fortunately I do have to slam that hammer, or slam the slide forward. Let's try a couple more yards, a yard or two more. Oh. There we go. Somewhere where it won't jump out of the way, or won't fall off. What is this? Probably 7, no, probably not 7 yards, probably like 5 yards. Cool. Let's go load up some more mags. Alright, 10 round rapid fire. Let's do it. That's some thin sheet metal right there. Failure to feed. Gun is empty. Gun's empty. Alright. 8 rounds left. And a 10 round mag. Rapid fire. Eight round mag, rapid fire. Last of the Fiochi. Let's do one-handed at the what looks like a refrigerator. Alright, ammo's all gone. Time to get going. So this is pretty much the end of my trip. Now I'm just heading home. Just got done shooting about 20 minutes ago. Packed up everything and then yep, heading home. So thanks for watching.